discovered that I have this lump on my neck, probably a few months now. So I wasn't really bothered with it until I saw it growing, like from it really small to like a bigger bulge. So around my daughter's birthday, I realized that it was growing out of proportion. So some of the photos that I took, it was really obvious. And that was like the first week of May. So I got a shock, like, what is that? And I think there were comments on my channel asking me, and I had no answer. I didn't know what to do, and I didn't know where to go. And I was also very busy with stuff. I was busy with my own stuff, being pregnant. I was busy with my father-in-law being very sick, and that we have to bring him to therapy, and we had to bring him to see specialists, and then going to the hospital. And I wasn't ready to look after myself. I think it wasn't the time to talk about this, and I think my husband already had a lot on his plate. So I didn't know where to go also. So after my daughter's birthday, I decided to check myself out. I looked up the internet, and then I found like maybe I should go to an ENT instead of going straight to oncology. Doesn't make sense. So I just started calling up this ENT, and then I went there, and when I reached the clinic, I even asked him, am I at the right place? Because I don't know where to go for this thing. And there wasn't a lot of information on the internet, like, with a lump on your neck, where should you go? Yeah. So hopefully this will help anyone with lumps on your neck. You can go to an ENT. So when I went there, I did an biopsy because this thing was large enough. So they did a biopsy. But actually, they wanted to wait for the ultrasound, but they tried. And the biopsy doesn't hurt as much as I think it would. So it felt like electricity going through my veins. And I even asked him, am I going to get a shock when you push it through? He said, if it's very near to your nerve, yes. So I had that like electricity feeling for like 45 seconds, and I was bearing with it, like, oh, yeah, it doesn't hurt a lot. It's just very uncomfortable, and it feels like electricity. And a week later, I went for the ultrasound. Oh yeah, on the first appointment, I went for the blood test as well, because the doctor wanted to test for cancer, which is lymphoma. So yeah, I think this is the spot like where lymphoma is usually at the collarbone here. And yeah, it wasn't thyroid, it wasn't anything, but yeah, it's so before I got the test results, I had a lot of things going on in my mind, like what if it's really cancer? And then I went home, and then I went on YouTube, and then I started typing lymphoma, and I saw all these stories that really scared me. Like, I'm pregnant now. I was pregnant back then about maybe 4 months, I think. I can't remember. But I'm 6 months now. So, yeah. I just can't imagine going through cancer, chemotherapy during a pregnancy. Because all the stories that I went online to find, they all got diagnosed with lymphoma, and they all had no symptoms, or they had a lot of symptoms, but still they had like lymphoma. So lymphoma has many different types. And then this is the lymph node lymphoma. So there's like stage 1A and 1B. So 1A, you don't get symptoms. 1B, you get all the symptoms. but both is cancerous. So if you get like stage 1, you have to go through maybe, I don't know, like 4 sessions of chemotherapy. At that point, I was thinking, you know, like what is more important? If I really get this cancer, what is more important? The baby or me? Which is more critical? Should I wait? Should I go for chemotherapy? So I was really struggling. And I think I wasn't into it yet until the next day when I was going for another doctor's appointment with a chiropractic clinic. And that's when I was looking at videos and I saw this Guardians of the Galaxy scene where the mom died of cancer and then the little boy was crying. So then I cried all the way. I was like crying from the MRT to the clinic and then all the way from the clinic to Raffles City to meet my friends. I think I cried for a full 2 hours and yeah, then I stopped. But I didn't cry much before that or after. A week later, I got my results. Thank God it wasn't lymphoma. And yeah, so thank God it wasn't lymphoma. Else I wouldn't know what to do. But the doctor said that this is like some kind of a blood vessel, a nodule. And then he drew out a picture for me. So like the blood vessel, and then it popped out like a small nodule. So I don't know what it means. That at the end of the year, I have to do a CT scan, and then if I'm they will do this blood vessel tie surgery. It's like a day surgery to remove like this part of the blood vessel. So that will be after my pregnancy, after my confinement period, probably in November. So to anyone who is going through the same thing, I suggest you don't guess what it is. Go and see a ear, nose and throat doctor, specialist. There are a lot in Singapore. If you have no idea where to go, you can go to the one that I went. It's really good. It's really nice. And then I have a hospitalization insurance. So all of this is fully covered by the company. So I went for it and then I got a claim for it. It was all done at the clinic. So I paid first and then they gave me a check like 2 months later. Is it? Can't remember. But yeah. Hopefully no one has to go through this. Hopefully if you go through this, everything will be fine. And don't watch any of this YouTube story and get yourself scared. So yeah, that's all I have to say. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.